So as artists, as musicians, as worshippers, we must embrace the road, because the devil hates worship. I've discovered that. He has actual vehement hate for singers and musicians, and anyone who worships. A vehement hate. Not just a hate, not just a religious hate. Like a vehement hate, he'll try and destroy your life. So I want to see you leave from here strengthened in the Lord. So when these guys are playing here on stage, they're not just singing some nice songs, they're decreeing truth. You see? When we decree a thing, it shall strengthen the church. See, we're in you must understand the era that we're in. This is not the era to sing, "This is the day" anymore. There's more songs being released on this planet than ever before in history. Millions, and then people can get legalistic with me and they'll say, "Oh, but there's nothing about music in the New Testament." New Testament's got more music in it than anything. You know where it is? It's all hidden in the Spirit. We speak to one another in psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs. David had the Psalms 3,000 odd years ago. And then we saw hymns raised up through the Reformation, when the Bible was restored, in the 1500s. Then we saw hymns. Martin Luther wrote great warring hymns. He was locked away in persecution in a castle for 12 months, and he translated the whole Bible. He had a revelation of Jesus, and it came through in music. And I believe that one man just unlocked something in the Spirit. I mean, we know that from the Reformation, but creatively. And then we saw the revivalists right down to the 1900s, the outpouring of the Holy Spirit in a whole new way, things like Azusa Street and so forth. And in the last 50 years, we've seen an acceleration of progression of everything, haven't we? In the last 20 years, we've seen more music released on the earth than ever before. Why? Because we're heading into the very last of the last days, when the things of this world will grow strangely dim in the light of His glory and grace. And the glory of the Lord shall rise upon you and shall be seen upon you. Can you imagine it being seen upon you? You're out there on the building site and there's a guy on the roof, whack, whack, and you're there, with your toolkit and hammers and all that, and the glory of the Lord just... That's what it says in Isaiah. It'll literally be seen upon you. So we're in the church in the last 10 years has been an incredible shift. That word shift has been used a lot and preached a lot and prophesied a lot. And we're shifting so we can be accelerated into His glory. And we're going to have to change. We're going to have to change the way we do things, the way we do church, the way we sing. A man said to me once, a friend in America, he said, "The church will be what it sings." And it's so true. Maturity in a church is when you're not just following the latest song pack or the latest CD. You may do for a while to inspire you, to set you going forward, but then there comes a day when you and your music team and your worship leaders and your pastors and your executive and you're there, you're waiting on the Lord together, and songs start to come for your house. There's a sound that just rumbles, and bang, you release it. What these guys are doing is precious, constant thing. There's not a lot of churches that do that on a constant basis. David Swan, who I ministered in his church in Malaysia recently, he said, when worshipping warriors consistently, say consistently, and constantly are doing this kind of thing here, the glory will just be normal.